dude, stop it. He literally threw the whistle. Everybody get on the line.
I run. I was like, I passed the 1 mile. I was like, maybe like 8 minutes into it. From nowhere, I had a diarrhea, bro. I swear to God.
Welcome to the Running Refresh Podcast, where hot takes and debates on the sport of running are more than welcome in the studio.
I am joined by my major inspiration for this podcast, only Big Time, the only and unique Big Timers. I butchered it, all right? But Larry and Usni, I played soccer against and with Usni, and I've played some indoor soccer with Larry. OBT, why don't you introduce yourself? You know, where are you from? What are you up to now? What do you want the people to know about you?
So my name is Larry Ngomsu. I'm a current senior student at St. Cloud State University, where I play soccer for 2 years. I transferred here from a junior community college, Malcolm X in Chicago, where I play soccer there as well. So I'm originally from Cameroon, Central Africa, and then I grew up in Gabon, which is a country just in the south. And then if you guys know Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, that's where he's from. So, and then, that's pretty much about my background. Moving to Chicago, live in Chicago for 5 years. I come here to school, and then I don't know about the plans yet after graduating, but I'm definitely, making video, focusing on the content, podcast, just like you, and see you growing, and it's really something that we had to work together, man. We had to do something.
Awesome. How about you, Usni?
So my name is Usni Suma, but I go by Us, okay? Play with Logan, play against Logan, I moved in US in, I believe, end of 2017. Yes, went to high school here. I played in high school against Logan. I beat Logan. And then after that, I went to junior college in Illinois, Peoria, and then I went to national our first year, and COVID happened, came back home, and I went to St. Cloud State where I met Larry in the soccer team, and then we played there for 1 season, and then we both stopped, focused on school, and then we started making a video from there. So now we're here.
Yeah.
Now we're here.
Now you're here. Awesome. So that's only Big Time, OBT, Larry and Usni. All right. So I actually went on their podcast, a while back before I started Running Refresh. And, it really gave me some inspiration. It's probably the major reason why I started this. So, thank you guys. All right. Hey. So I've got a great episode planned for these two. So I'm your host, Logan Lummel, future teacher and coach, current runner, ex-soccer player, hoping to provide some unique perspectives on running from guests and learn more about their passions. So to start, the segment I've made is called Faster or Slower. They're going to guess the speeds of different players from the 2022 World Cup, and then I'm going to interview them both, and at the end, I'm going to bring it home with rapid refresh. First segment, Faster or Slower, using data from the 2022 World Cup. I'll give you 2 soccer players, okay? So if a player is slower, they'll no longer be compared. So then they'll be out. And then I'll compare them to like a new player. So I'll give you 2 players. You're going to tell me, each of you, give your take, who you think was faster or slower. 2 of the GOATs, Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. Who was faster at this World Cup?
Messi.
Messi, you both say Messi.
Yes.
100% locked in.
Yes.
100%.
What? So Ronaldo clocked 19.99 miles per hour speed, while Messi clocked 19.89. What are your thoughts on that?
That's a bad starting right here, man.
Yeah, no. Basically, mine was based on we haven't really seen Ronaldo running a lot.
Right.
I was
right. I've seen Messi running much with the ball though. Like that's crazy.
But Logan is a pro. He has the stats.
He has the stats, so we can't argue.
I have the stats.
We can't argue with it. We can't argue with it.
But I guess Ronaldo put in a sprint there. Maybe he defended like once. I don't know.
Yeah.
The 90 minutes he played.
Once.
Messi's out of the picture now. So we got Cristiano Ronaldo and Anthony Robinson from the United States. Who do you think was faster at this World Cup?
Not Robinson. He ran a lot.
Yeah.
He runs.
Well, who's the fastest? I stick with Ronaldo. What you go?
I'll go with Robinson only because he has played.
But we're only talking about the fastest though.
I would go with Cristiano Ronaldo.
You both go with Ronaldo.
Yes.
Okay, so your prediction so far, I gotta say, they're kind of in line with your Instagram reels right now. They're not doing too hot. So you're both 0 for 0.
How come?
It was Anthony Robinson of the United States. So now we're only going to be talking about the top 10 players here from this World Cup. Ronaldo and Messi, neither wearing that. So Anthony Robinson ran 21.99 miles per hour in this World Cup. He had a sprint that was that fast. While Ronaldo was 19.9. You got Kylian Mbappe.
Okay.
Or Anthony Robinson.
He gotta be Mbappe on this one. I'm pretty sure on this one.
Yeah,
Mbappe has put a lot of
Mbappe
points.
gets Morocco, that sprint, Mbappe.
He's nah.
You got Mbappe?
Yeah, I got Mbappe.
I'll give you a second chance. What do you two think?
Now you making me think about my answer.
Hey, maybe it is Mbappe.
So we stick with it?
I'm sticking with it.
Yeah,
I'm sticking with Mbappe, yeah.
We might have some runners listening. Who's Mbappe, first off?
I would say what the best youngster right now when it comes to soccer, I would say the best
He
in the
plays
world.
for France.
He plays for France national team. He played for PSG in France. Yeah, probably about to have his second World Cup on Sunday. But
You're sticking with your guns here.
yeah, I'm sticking with Mbappe, man.
All right. Well, I hate to say it, but Anthony Robinson, faster than Mbappe this World Cup so far. Mbappe
Whoa.
clocked a 21.87.
Oh my gosh,
21 points.
Those USA fullbacks have been sprinting up and down, I tell you.
I know he's been sprinting a lot.
Okay, so next one. Anthony Robinson of the US or Tajon Buchanan of Canada?
I might be wrong on this. Even the stats says I'm wrong, but Canada was pretty fit in this World Cup.
Yeah, they were
Their fitness level was on a different level.
man, because they were defending a lot, so they had to run a lot. I'm sticking with Robinson because he put
Larry's
a lot.
got Robinson.
I don't think so, because Canada fitness level was insane. So who's right now?
Who do you want, Usni?
I'll go with Larry.
All
Robinson.
right, now you're tied 1-1.
Let's go.
It was Robinson again.
Oh,
USA. Okay.
Go.
So Nico Williams was the second fastest player at the World Cup. Kamildin Sulemana, I believe from Ghana, was the fastest. Sulemana ran 22.18 miles per hour. All right, so you got Sulemana, fastest player at the FIFA World Cup this year, or do you have Usain Bolt's world record 100-meter dash? Who do you think had the faster top speed?
Hey, I'm going with Usain Bolt, man.
Nah, man. This has to be a trick.
It has to be a trick one.
There's a trick there.
You tell me he matched Usain Bolt? Oh, he was close.
Top speed though.
Top speed.
Top speed.
I'll go with Usain Bolt, man.
Top speed. I'll go with Usain Bolt, man.
You are correct. So
Oh man.
Usain Bolt's top speed was 27.78 when he ran the world record, which is insane. I mean, there's
That's
definitely a
insane.
difference between like soccer speed, track speed. It's a different thing.
You made me question Usain Bolt for a second. I was like, yo,
I was like, that's Usain Bolt, man. You never make me question, man.
Just tying it into running there. So, Ronaldo was like tested by scientists and like compared to like a professional sprinter when he was at like his top speed. All right. And like the professional sprinter won in the straight sprint, but when it came to like an agility test, Ronaldo like wiped the floor pretty much. So, I mean, soccer players have elite agility. I mean, obviously like a 100-meter sprinter, they've got just elite speed. It's different, Bolt would get rinsed too in an agility test. So yeah, that concludes faster, slower. You both tied. 2-2. With less than 50%. What do you think about your performance today?
I think my performance was bad.
yeah.
I could have done better. Like that Robinson one, I knew I got it. Now Usni make me change my mind,
Wow.
But he kind of influenced my answer. But I think I could have done better. Probably like a 3 or 4.
like
too.
I just feel like when we look at the play, sometimes even though the guys run at a top speed, like it's like kind of deceiving a little bit, because when you look at Mbappe sprinting, like okay, he has to be faster.
You're right.
Even the guys like Anthony Robinson, we know he run a lot, but because he's not the flashy guy, without really thinking that he's one to make those runs. All right.
Yeah, top speed's definitely different than that acceleration where you just like break away from the line.
That's true.
Like even between Messi and Ronaldo, you tend to think Messi should have the thing, but right now, I get it.
Okay, so that concludes the faster, slower segment. Groundbreaking first soccer thing we've had on the podcast. Next, I'm going to interview Larry and Usni. So why did you start Only Big Time?
Oh man, that's a question. Think about it.
Big one.
Thinking about it is like I've actually nobody has actually asked me that. Like the reason why I really start we really start Only Big Time, and then what's our plan with it? But I would say the plan behind Only Big Time is just to show to put out to athletes out there that no matter what level you are, because every athlete, they mostly focus sometimes on D1. I want to go D1. I want to go pro, but they don't understand how it works, because the inside is different from what you see on the social media. You see your friends play D1, you want to be there too. People are so excited about it, but there's a work ethic. So the word Only Big Time come from the all aspect of you being a big time, not only with on the field, but behind, on off of the field as well, with your schoolwork, with your, are you going to work out? Are you going to put your workout in? Just sleep early, your personality, how's your attitude? So it's more spreading, the word and helping young athletes in that way. I think for me, that was, Usia and I, that was an idea behind the foundation of Only Big Time, and also giving advice of the reality of college soccer as well, because that's one of our main, area, to let them know that it's not as sweet as, it is on TV. It's hard. It's hard. Sometimes it's tiring. You play D1, you play soccer, you know what I'm talking about, doing homework while you're on the trip to get to a game, losing game on the weekend, and then you got to come home late. So it's a little bit about, that, it's a little bit all about how I would say we started Only Big Time. So we decided just to help people. It's all about helping and growing the game.
And then what advice do you two have to anyone that wants to create a channel, a page, a podcast, or whatever it may be?
Just do it.
That's just, I don't know if you remember, but me and Larry we were talking, like he's saying, the reason why we started this podcast and stuff, we were just everybody want to play college, but there is not a lot of highlights on soccer specifically, like basketball. You look at overtime, football, all that stuff, right? But we're okay, can we do something like that about soccer? And we were sitting down like this. We started arguing one day about soccer. Arguing with all the guys arguing about soccer, and then we're this would be nice if we put a camera. We just started talking about soccer. Okay, and Larry's okay, let's do a podcast. We went on Amazon, ordered everything. We didn't know nothing about podcasts. Just order everything. And then when all the stuff came now, okay, how do you use it? And we went to library with two mics, but we don't even know how to sync those two mics together. So we had to we just put a camera on, we put the camera, record, and we just sit down there and just start recording. And from there, people get a feedback, and we just start getting better and better and better. And it just get to the point, it's getting comfortable.
Just like Nike, you said, just do it. All right.
I was actually
it was actually just do it if you think about it. We didn't know how important the light.
Sometimes you do research before you order. Us, we just went there, ordered the mic because it was cheap, order everything, and when the stuff came to us, okay, how do you plug these two together? Or what do we need to use to record, to the audio? We didn't even know how to separate the audio from the video, all that stuff that I learned. But
well, now you know.
Yeah.
No, but if I have to put something real quick, I would say that's probably the way we decide to go with it. But if you want to go with it, make some little bit of research. Get some little tiny knowledge about what you want, and then make some research and do it.
That's true.
But
awesome.
We were just let's do it.
Because we do spend a lot of money on stuff that we didn't need.
We didn't need it.
A lot of all. So
you don't want to end up being in that position.
I can believe it. Yeah. And then, so can you tell us about some stories you have about punishment, like running as punishment in soccer? Because I know for runners, like we train running all the time, right? So a lot of people listening right now are runners. But it's different in other sports, how running is used, how it's looked at. So with your experiences in soccer, can you think of any times running was used as punishment?
I have a good one. Listen, I have So we are at JUCO, right? It's practices at 7. Practice at 7, we literally just lose a game that was supposed to take us to the playoff, right? We get to practice the next day because we have a game on Saturday. So it's Monday, we lose over the weekend. Nobody want to practice anymore. We can't make it to playoff no more. It's a JUCO, We got there late, first of all. Get on the field, practice is literally the worst of the whole season.
The energy and stuff.
No energy, nothing. So we're doing shooting drills, crosses, I know that. Finishing, I know that. Listen.
Nothing is working.
Do it again, coach, do it again. You can tell he's about to reach his limit. Dude, stop it. He literally threw the whistle. Everybody get on the line. So we're on the high school field, right? Yep. There's the track field around the high school field. We said, get on the line. So we're getting on the goal line. We're spreading around the line. He just make us run. So he didn't say, you guys doing this back and forth.
Like not 10 laps.
He didn't say nothing. So as we going at the end of the other post, we come back. So we're doing it. And as we're doing it, he's telling us, oh, so next time you guys will know that you guys have to do this. Next time you guys should come to practice. This is not the end. So, and we still running. If you stop running, you just gotta keep running. Otherwise, you go home. You're done. So it was kind of like, at that time, you just like, oh my God, like it's too much. But it's some good punishment, to know you that, you don't always have to win as an athlete. You gotta be able to take the defeat. But at the same, your attitude, your mentality towards how you react towards it, you probably have to always show up and, put in the work, even on the good day or the bad days. That's how the result come up,
But like I don't know, for me, like running was like a big punishment for me. I didn't like running at all.
How you left that?
No, but that's the part. I didn't like running at all until like I actually met Logan. And then like I was like, okay. And I went to college and I see how running is important. And I was like, okay, then I gotta try to enjoy running. I never really enjoyed running, to be honest. I don't know how these guys do this thing. Even Logan, I was like, yo, I needed to do like a preparation for me for preseason so I can start running. So he sent me like all the stuff, 2 miles run. And we always talk about the 2 mile.
Oh, 2 miles, man.
Well, yeah.
So, and I was going to ask you that. So what was your fitness test like for you when you played college soccer? Like what were some fitness tests that you had to do at the start of the season, to be able to be on the team or play or whatever?
So like I knew when I was like before college, when it's going to college, your homework was college like week 1. So I watched on YouTube. They said like there is fitness test. So I went on Google fitness test of college. So I started a lot. But the 2 mile test came a lot. I'm like, okay, I gotta start running right now. I just started jogging. And I got to college and coach said, first day, we have a 2 mile test. You gotta run your 2 mile under 12 minutes. Okay? So it's like, if you don't pass the test, you're not practicing with the team. I'm like, okay, I better go pass this test. I never done a 2 mile in my life. So I went on the treadmill and he's like, if you gotta go on the treadmill, put a pace 10, you run that for 12 minutes and you'll be fine. That's 12 minutes. I'm like, okay. I run the treadmill, put my 2 miles, start running. I run. I was like, I passed the 1 mile. I was like, maybe like 8 minutes into it. From nowhere, I had a diarrhea, bro. I swear to God. I had a diarrhea. So I had to pass the treadmill, go back to the bathroom, I couldn't. And I had another friend, Rashawn, try to run the thing, puke, and all that stuff. This is not sweet. So I went on YouTube, how to run the 2 mile test. That's where it started for me, man.
Now I'm telling you, like I would say, we didn't have the 2 mile, run like Usni, but it was more like a plyometric, circuit workout for a preseason, where it was like a bunch of like running, short distance, but it's more like sprinting.
Sprinting, yes.
So you sprint. So it's like you got to do 3 circuits at a time, and then you have coaches, watching, supervising. So you do push-ups. As you're done with the push-up, you're done 25. I think you hop on the pull-ups. You got to do 20. And then from those two, you go straight to the treadmill, like straight to it. So you sprint. Now you come back, you do some jumping jacks, some body squats as quick as you can. And then so it's more like it was more like a little circuit workout where it goes with
like cardio workout.
Like a cardio, like, to how you can handle,
the limits.
while you're tired. So it was more like that than my run.
I think that just shows, the variety too of depending on what team you're on, what you might do as like your fitness test or what that may be. So at Western, it was probably something in between there. Okay. So we didn't have like a 2-mile test. We had 10 by 120-yard sprints, which is just like a full football field.
Right.
And it was like we had to hit the first 5 in 15 seconds, 45-second jog back, 15 seconds, 45-second jog back. So it was always like on a minute, and then 16, 17, 17. All right. So a total of 1 minute per rep. On the first day, like a third of us would pass. And like you couldn't start unless you passed the fitness test. So like if you didn't do your work in the summer, if you didn't pass, I mean, you could still practice stuff like that, but you couldn't start. So like it was always such a big thing here.
Is it there's that one fitness test, I forgot the name, beep. The beep, is it the beep test that you're talking about?
Like the pacer test, the beep test?
Yeah. Is it close to that?
But we would jog back. So it'd be like,
Okay.
The jog was the rest.
You had a time, the jog was timed. Like you had a time to, okay.
So if you didn't make the jog back, you also would have been out. Like the coaches were watching the line like a hawk.
It's like a rest. You're not resting, actually. You gotta make it at you.
The rest was, getting back. So it was like sprint 120, jog 120, sprint. So it was just back and forth 5 times, and then a rest, and then 5 times.
That was me tired, man.
Yeah. So can you tell me just about your journey as a college athlete?
I didn't really like running until I went to college. I like soccer. Even like back in all the team I played, running was a punishment for me, actually, like big punishment. Every time, like I remember like when I was back in France, Thursday was the fitness day. Like that was the day where we're going to touch the ball maybe 45% of the practice and we're going to run 55%. That was the day where a lot of guys was like, oh, I'm sick. I got to take care of my siblings. Like a lot of guys was showing up because I didn't really like running at the time. But like once I started growing up and then you started like being exposed to like being an athlete is important.
Yeah. And
I started accepting running. So I would go to the gym one day just to run. And but that's recent for me, to be honest. Like it's recent. Mm-hmm. And then you understand like the more you can run on the field, the easiest is for you to be able to play 90 minutes, right? The more you can do as a soccer player. So like running become very important because we run more than we actually play the game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I didn't understand that until late, maybe 2 years ago.
No, but like as a student athlete, I would say the thing I enjoyed the most, my journey as a student athlete was definitely a good journey. Went to a JUCO community college. We were like the underdogs. We was not the best. Definitely this like better school. We wasn't in the same conference as USNI.
Yeah.
Illinois is like, we were region 4. It's like the toughest. It's the toughest in the whole nation if you Google our region. Like we have like 12 college that play that region back in the day. And so we have Prairie States.
A lot of guys was ranking you guys.
Yeah, a lot of guys were ranked because like most of these schools were like, they have, good JUCOs, they have money.
Good program.
And then, getting a lot of international guys. But it was definitely fun being the underdog against these players. We had a chance to tie them some games, and we can tell like they were really embarrassed to be tied by us, but we had good feelings about it. I think I have great teammates either at my JUCO or here at St. Cloud State.
So in your JUCO, fitness was very important because in the underdog,
you gotta be on the press. You gotta press out.
You gotta be running all the time. You don't have the ball, man.
Definitely, man. No, we definitely had. I met the great guys. I mean, great players, definitely, and I enjoy my time with it. Even though, some people are not always serious as they should be. With the talent they have, they don't, they're not as serious. It's kind of like painful to see that. But definitely have fun coming to St. Cloud State, meet crazy talented player as well, man. Meet USNI, meet, DK, a lot of good guys. really good guys. I'm talking about people that won the conference or the region that went national with the JUCO. So we ended up together, the two at St. Cloud State. So it's like my game has to step up. You know, I have to match up, you know, from being where I was more seen as, you know, the best player to where, okay, I'm like, okay, now everybody has a level where we got a match, you know, to compete. So it was fun. Competing was fun, definitely. Either on the field or off the field. At the gym, it was always competition. And me, I love competing, man. That's all I'm asking. The chance to compete, I'll compete. So, you know, we had the chance to compete, get together with the boys, you know, get to know each other, spend a lot of time together. So it was definitely fun, man. As I think I enjoyed my junior as a student athlete, you know, I don't know about you.
No, definitely, like he said, everything. I definitely enjoy everything about it. Like now when I look at it, there's a lot of mistake, but like that's part of the learning part. But I'm saying like, if I started enjoying the running part earlier, I think it would be way different because I had a lot of injury because physically I wasn't on point, you know.
And then so you both kind of have an international perspective on like, you know, athletics and stuff like that. So how is like American athletics or culture around sports like different from the rest of the world?
I will go for this one. And listen, I'll tell you something. It's something that is good but can hurt as well, the athlete, but something for sure. When it comes to like American and then soccer or like sport in general, you guys probably have the best, you know, like structure. When it comes to like probably not the professional level, but like at the amateur level, university, like
high schools.
Well, in high school, we have a better gym than a semi-pro team, like, you know, in Europe. Like in sport. Like, it's crazy to me. Yeah. And then here, the athlete fit, really fit. And that's something that, as I say, can be good or bad because, you know, in Europe or in Africa, they're like, you know, they're more focused on like, you know, the technique. You know, they believe you got to put in your work, the fitness work on your own. But, you know, coming here and playing guys that are so fit, I think that's probably when it comes to the physique and the fitness where it's kind of like, I would say, no, like the US is literally ahead when it comes to the fitness.
No, for sure. Like, I don't know. Like, he's saying, like, you go to some high school program, you're like, wow. Like, Logan, I was playing with you with soccer in Wayzata. They have, like, 10 field.
Exactly.
Like, not something
where we played club soccer.
Yeah,
they
like,
had a ton of resources there. Like 3,000 kids school. I mean, yeah, you're going to expect 10 turf fields, domes, like, you know.
Everything was there. And also, like Larry was saying, we're talking about running right now. I think U.S. athletes are way, like, when it comes to fitness, you guys are way ahead of, like, all the European stuff. Like, way ahead. Like, because sometimes in high school, like, when I moved to high school here, I saw some people in high school, gym, workout, like crazy. Like, that's the kind of stuff people do in France when you're, like, 16, 18, 21. You know, you get into that professional level. You start doing that. Here, I saw some freshmen wake up at 6 a.m., go to the gym. I'm like, whoa. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's insane.
Crazy. You see some kids here, parents, like, take them to personal trainer and all that stuff. He's actually right on. Even I talked to Mimi, the soccer player, and then she playing pro in Europe. She said the same thing.
Right.
Whereas, like, her physicality actually helped her way more because of, like, what we do in the United States.
Playing college here help her playing pro in Europe.
Because the fitness level is crazy here, right?
And then the thing also I want to add real quick is also, I mean, we can see with the U.S. men's national team. Look at how this guy were putting runs.
We're talking about Anthony Robinson.
Can you see? Anthony Robinson.
I'm pretty sure. Look at how Taylor Adam. Look at how much run he's put. I mean, you can, you know, there's a lot out there. If we go to the MLS right now, people that, you know, and then, you know, MLS, the NISA, you know, lower division league in the professional league in the US, USL 1 or 2, where you find a lot of people that play college. But you see the fitness level, they don't miss that. They don't miss the fitness level, you know. They're up there for sure.
Just sports in general.
Okay. So, like, in my opinion, one thing I think a lot of people, like, I saw here doing, even I coach some kids. We used to coach kids together, and I told this some of the kids. Like, I remember one day I had this one kid come into practice. He just came from baseball, and then in the morning he had a hockey practice, and now he's a soccer practice. So I told him, say, yo, what sport do you like? He said hockey. I said, focus on hockey. Because you hear, he was with me and I told him, just go sit down and rest. Because you can't spend or do all this thing, and tomorrow you got to hack, you're going to get injured. Just focus on one sport. I think US, you can have one sport that you're actually doing. The rest is just for fun, you know, but you cannot do all the sport 100%. Otherwise, in my opinion, you're just going to be average at all the sport, but you will not be a good athlete. You see, we can have some of those guys, like maybe look at LeBron James. There is one, I don't say out of top million, that can do multiple sport and be good at it.
Yeah.
But for most of people, pick one sport and just be good at it. You know what I'm saying? Like I see some guys that play, like some guys do wrestling and hockey. Two sports have nothing to do with each other. Like just pick one and just be good at that one. You know what I'm saying? Like
I just want to have my input onto what Usni say. In my opinion, what I want to add on this is probably it can affect your technique, you know? Like, how can it affect your technique? So if you think about it, it's like, so let's say you play multiple sport, right? You won't have time to focusing on passing or pinging the ball in soccer, while you have to go in baseball and then you learn you won't have time to work on that specific technique. And then when you're young, it's where you got to master the technique. Because if you reach 16, 18, you haven't really got that technique in, you still can be good, but you have to put more hours on something you should have done when you were younger. You see what I'm saying? So in that sense, it kind of affect your technique. Now we always have good side when it comes to always play multiple sport, right? Always, like if you play soccer, obviously it will help you if you gotta play football.
For example, in his case,
stuff like that. You know,
in Logan's case, doing track and soccer, that's two things that can go together.
Exactly.
But like, no. But your point, Logan, here. At one point, you had to choose which one is your priority.
Yeah,
which one
I still had to choose. There came a time where it's like, if I wanted to be really, really elite runner, you know, I had to drop the soccer, because it's like my body, you can only take so much, you know. If I really, really want to take this running thing to a full 100%, like I love to do with things, you have to drop it at some point.
You have to pick a sport.
I played pickup a couple weeks ago.
For fun.
With you. It was fun.
Yes.
Yeah, you didn't invite me?
Nah.
That's what's going on.
Hey, I'll be back. I'll be back in Minnesota soon.
But but Larry, come back to that point. Like I'm saying, we can play two sports, but we can pick two sports 100%. One has to be your 100%, and one you're doing because you like doing it, but it cannot be the priority anymore. Right. Because in his point, he went to college, play soccer. From there, track, he was already running. Okay, track is my priority right now. I gotta drop soccer. Yeah. But he couldn't do track and soccer at the same time. You gotta pick one. Otherwise, you just be average at soccer and average in track. It wouldn't be, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I think personally.
So that kind of concludes the interview portion of this episode. Next, I've got Rapid Refresh, a segment where I ask my guests too many questions for them to answer in a timely manner. Okay, so we're gonna kind of speed things up here at the end. First, what was your first impression of the other member of OBT?
My first impression was like, I have to compete, because he didn't come one. I remember, like, you know, first practice with us, we went crazy. We went crazy on each other. We were playing against each other. He was talking a lot of, you know, I don't want to say the word, but I was talking back. He was serious, coming at me strong, and he had a lot of guys that were competing against in his team. So it was really intense. I didn't want to lose, and that was the competition came, and then we smiled after. But at that moment, trust me, that first practice was
good competition.
So I would say
that. Usni? What do you think of Larry?
Oh, my first thing, I was like, this dude is big, man. I was like, I hope he doesn't play on my spot, because that's the thing, you know. That was my first impression when I saw him first, and then we started competing, and from there, like the more you compete, the more, like, you know, if we both have the same energy, and now we started being friends, and then we started arguing a lot of argument. I was soccer, so like, I was like, you got a big mouth to run, so I just argue all the time.
Who would win in a 100-meter sprint between you two?
Oh no, definitely Us.
No, he's winning. I'll be honest on that. Like,
no, like on the sprint,
I might win,
but like
short distance.
Well, I got another question for you then. So, who would win in a mile?
No, I'm beating him on the mile.
No. Bro, Logan, I had the Daria 2 times for the mile. I practiced that mile thing. You know,
we had. Remember practice? We have to do like 5, 6. It was 10 run. 10 full.
Oh, the large of the
He
field.
couldn't keep up.
I was chilling.
He couldn't keep up. He was literally couldn't keep up.
Okay, look at on a mile maybe, but like if I practice, I don't know. If you give me like
I
a
don't
month,
know. So some of your predictions though, I don't know who I can trust of you two.
okay. For now, I say no. If we can run today,
Hey yo. No, right now he might. Okay, right. He touched the ball recently more. He's been training soccer wise more. I've been more, focusing on
Okay.
the gym.
but if we both train,
But if we both train, we ready. I'm winning. I'm pretty sure.
All right, maybe we got to have a race then.
I'm pretty sure. Hey, we might have a race.
All right, what is the weirdest thing about American culture?
The weirdest thing about American culture.
like sport wise,
Anything.
okay, sport wise, I can watch basketball, I can watch football, I can watch baseball because it's so long, and every time time out. I just can't watch it, bro. It's too long. Like I can watch track, I can watch hockey, like volleyball, soccer, because those games don't stop. We can watch a 45-minute break, and hockey can play for like 10, 15 minutes, but like basketball every 2 minutes, stop. I'm not, bro. Let them play. Like they're pro, they pay million for this. Let them play. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
No. I mean, for me, my biggest, I would say, culture shock when I got here, probably. I think, what can I think of? That's a good question. The food of all. I want to say something about the food. That's what I'm looking. I think when it comes to the food, it's probably how like, how you guys call French fries. Like French fries, like it's made in France, but it's not actually like made in France.
Like
but
my name.
you guys call it like French fries. The way you guys name stuff on your own, which I really like. And it's something like, okay, the competition spirit, and I like it. How like you guys French fries. This is how we call it in here. So it's French fries. It's not frites as we say in French. It's French fries. And then if you go to football, soccer, we call it soccer here. So it's like, I like how you guys put
Just
you
do
guys
what we want, I guess.
Exactly. It's like we do our stuff here. We Americans. It's kind of like that kind of little thing.
And everything is big in US, man. Even the car. You guys have some big car. Oh, what is this, man?
Man,
That's
tell
true.
me about it, man.
The big cars.
Bro, the McDonald's, the large, bruh. Yeah, that's we don't have that side.
Nah.
Like the medium is the large over there. Like the medium one. I'm like, give me like 2 cups. Like that's the right order. Like,
And also, like, people actually work hard here, to be honest.
no.
Because I know you guys, like, 40 hour here is like the thing in France is like 35, 38. That's working hour weekly. Here's 40 hours. So it's just like people work more here, of course.
Okay, and now I've got a hard one for you. So, would you rather have $10,000, just given to you, or if you don't take that $10,000, your arch nemesis would receive $1 million? Your biggest enemy. So you can either have 10,000 yourself or $1 million to your biggest enemy.
Oh.
So in this case, Larry, if you didn't accept it, Usni would get $1 million.
Nah, you know what's crazy here, Logan? This is gonna sound crazy, but like I give $1 million to my biggest enemy because we're gonna make him video. He will spend more time watching our videos to comment and all that stuff. So the $1 million will come back eventually.
That's your biggest hater.
I will let him take it. I will let him have it. So he gonna spend it on only big time stuff.
Okay.
Who knows?
Right? We kind of
Invest that back in the big time.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because 10,000 is not enough.
Yeah.
All right. Best match at the World Cup so far.
Oh, I have run for this one for sure.
What you got?
The one that really I was like, yo, this one was a game. Was probably which one was it again? I had it on top of my head again.
I don't know. For
You have yours?
the hardest game, the best game I watched in this World Cup so far was the Spain against Morocco. In my opinion, Morocco just went crazy in that game. That's one of the best
that
games.
was entertaining.
I think for me, Cameroon Brazil was crazy.
Cameroon Brazil.
That was a crazy game.
Cameroon
Because-
Brazil. Yeah,
it
Cameroon
wasn't
did beat
crazy.
Brazil.
It was crazy, not only because like, okay, it's crazy because they beat Brazil, but also in that group, if Cameroon win, you know, so pretty much they're supposed to go because we have 4 points. But the fact that over there, Croatia was, you know, beating Switzerland was coming back. So it's like, we were like from second to third to fourth in between games. So it's like, are we going to make it or not? So
The emotion is
the emotion was like,
Yeah.
you know, but it didn't play on our favor. So
My favorite was USA versus Iran, or Iran. And I was watching it in the classroom with my students. So I had it on the projector, and we watched the U.S. beat Iran.
Look at you doing such a good job.
Yeah,
You're doing such a good job.
Just teaching all the students.
I want a teacher like you.
Yeah, and I mean, I student taught at a small school that like they don't have a soccer team, and they don't even know what soccer is really. So they didn't even know the World Cup would have been happening if I didn't play it like every day. So
oh wow,
there you go. You're gonna mark them for life, man. Because the World Cup in 2026,
it's in the U.S.
So they're gonna be
I taught a whole lesson on it in current events, a whole unit.
No, we're gonna do something about it for sure.
What is your least favorite state and why? You got to get rid of a state.
Getting rid of the states. Okay, so I'm gonna say the list that I like. You know, from where I've been to personally. I cannot say I don't like a state I haven't been.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm definitely taking out Wisconsin. I'm taking out Wisconsin. Like right now. Take it out. Take it out of the map.
Why?
Bro, have you drove in Wisconsin? Like, you know, I'm away from Minnesota to Illinois. When I go back to Chicago, cornfield. Like this. Like I thought Minnesota was worse. I haven't been in South Minnesota, like deep South, but like Wisconsin was like just like cornfield, like nothing that I have nothing like wrong against it. It's just like, well, you know, like I want to see some, you know, like
right now Iowa is leading the pack as the least favorite state because I've picked it every time. So
you picked for why Iowa though?
Just to bug my roommate. Just to bug my roommate.
Oh yeah.
What's yours?
Least favorite state? I don't know. I would say Alaska because it's too cold there. I would never. That's
you would never go.
I don't want to say never, but that's one of those places where it's like it wouldn't be my first destination. You know, so like it's just too cold.
Who are your biggest supporters? Shout them out.
My parents.
Yeah.
Parents.
Your parents?
Yeah, I definitely say my parents, but I like a lot of my friends too. A lot of our friends, Gael, DK.
Yeah,
that's people just like
friends.
They like our video more than we do.
Man, listen. You know why? Like DK, Gael, those people are those people are really our supporters. Because listen, if I go to a video, right? Back when we started, we put I don't know how many hours into a video, 4 views. And I know there's those people that watch it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, at least we got some people that watch it, you know? 2 likes, it's like, you know that those the one that be supporting since day one until now, you know? So it's like, yes, that's really deep into supporting us, you know? So that's something we are really appreciating.
Yeah, and then sometimes I feel like they were supporting us too much because they're like, when you drop your next video, I'm like, but bro, the video is not even that good. Like, and drop your next video, I'm like, bro, I got you.
That's crazy.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
No, but you definitely want to.
You need people like
to hear that, you know, so you don't give up. You know, you know, you don't give up on what you're dreaming of. You know.
Yeah.
All right, so that wraps up Rapid Refresh. I'm gonna start to conclude the episode. So, how can they follow you on social media?
Definitely, we only Big Time 4 on IG, only Big Time 4 on YouTube, only Big Time OBT podcast on TikTok. So. Make sure you guys go and watch the video, comment, and you guys can actually be the guest on the podcast too. Anybody that follow us, because we saw Logan bringing some good athletes too, and you know, Logan, we're looking for athletes too on the show right now. So it will be a good idea to bring some
maybe I'll send you some.
Yeah,
you're sure.
Working together, right, bro?
We got a whole team.
Big time. So that would be really something nice. But yeah, you guys can follow us there. Get in contact and watch the content, you know?
Yeah.
A lot more content coming.
All right, if you made it this far, please leave a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Refresh that like button. First time I'm using that phrase, refresh it. And looking for more 5-star reviews, subscribers, whatever. Check out any past episodes. And then do you have any recommendation of what they should watch right now from your stuff?
Oh, definitely they should watch. I don't know if they're still competing, but if they are still competing, we have a lot of video on how to get fit. We have some video we made some workout routine, and we also have a video where we talk about the mentality, the attitude of student athletes. And then we have a video where we brought some good players around Minnesota. And you have
if you want to listen to Logan, go watch the video with Logan.
Go watch the one with Logan as well.
I went on their podcast, so check that out.
Yeah,
you have video short clip videos on Logan on IG Reels too. So make sure you guys go. He says some good stuff. You don't want to miss that, man.
Yeah.
All right. So that's all I've got for you. Have a great Sunday. Thank you, Larry and Oos. That's all.
No problem. Thank you, Logan.
Thank you, Logan. Dude, stop it.